are a jinx, kid. I never met a real jinx before, but this kid's a jinx. You're a jinx, kid. You're a jinx.
Meredith MacRae, a star of My Three Sons, put her heart and soul into her work, often engaging in a particular activity that became a fascinating routine for her. During 1 month, the level of her dedication reached an astonishing peak, doing this specific thing over 30 times. This wasn't just a whim for her. Rather, it reflected her passion and commitment to the craft. The entire cast witnessed her relentless drive, which inspired many around her, making each instance more meaningful. Whether it was rehearsing lines, perfecting scenes, or perhaps even connecting with her fellow actors, the energy she brought was infectious and left a lasting impression on her colleagues. Those moments contributed greatly to the show's timeless charm and legacy. Seeing her enthusiasm made everyone realize how much love and effort went into the making of the series. The impact of her obsession rippled through the production, fostering a creative culture that thrived on dedication and teamwork.
Unless you eat. To hear Freddie talk, there's nobody in school but you.
What were you boys up to this afternoon?
Fred MacMurray starred as the iconic character Steve Douglas in the beloved television series My Three Sons. During the 1960s, MacMurray's presence brought a unique charm to the show as he portrayed a single dad raising 3 sons. Known for being the highest-paid actor in Hollywood during the 1940s, MacMurray had an impressive career that showcased his remarkable ability to handle a diverse range of roles. This talent allowed him to seamlessly switch between portraying gentle and warm characters to those with darker, more complex traits. His role in My Three Sons marked a significant shift in his career, as he transitioned from more varied roles to a definitive depiction of the all-American dad. This followed his well-received performance in Disney's The Shaggy Dog, where he combined humor and heart. Throughout the series, he became synonymous with fatherhood, offering both comedic moments and heartfelt lessons, which resonated deeply with audiences of all ages. With his easygoing demeanor and relatable approach to parenting, MacMurray solidified his legacy as a cherished figure in American television history. The show itself became a cultural touchstone, reflecting family life in a post-war America. The interactions between Steve and his sons highlighted the importance of family bonds and the challenges of raising children in a changing world. MacMurray's performance contributed significantly to the show's success, ensuring that his character remained a beloved representation of fatherly love and wisdom. As he navigated challenges, both comical and serious, his portrayal remained a touchstone for viewers who admired the blend of warmth and authority he brought to the screen. The influence of My Three Sons, fueled by MacMurray's talent, continues to be felt, marking an era in television that celebrated family values and the trials of suburban life.
Oh, boy.
Eddie Albert turned down the lead role in My Three Sons, believing it would divert him from his film career, which he was prioritizing at the time. His choice reflected a desire to pursue projects he found more appealing and fulfilling. Instead, he found significant success with the sitcom Green Acres, which showcased his comedic talents and became popular. Along with this, he also opted not to play the iconic role of Wilbur on Mr. Ed, another decision that allowed him to focus on his ambitions in film and television without being tied down to one character or series. My Three Sons became a staple of American television, running for many years and transitioning between networks. It first aired on ABC, where it found a considerable audience but faced challenges due to the network's hesitation to finance the transition to color broadcasts. Eventually, CBS took over the show, enabling the family sitcom to continue succeeding, reflecting the changing landscape of television in that era.
And neither is Bill.
Well, that makes 3 of us.
The show centers around the life of Stephen Douglas, a widowed father raising his 3 sons. However, the title My Three Sons is misleading since Stephen eventually has 5 children. The main characters include Mike, Robbie, and Chip, along with Ernie, who is adopted, and Dodie, who is his stepdaughter. The family dynamic unfolds through humorous and heartwarming moments as they navigate everyday challenges. Meanwhile, legendary animal trainer Frank N plays a significant role in the series. He was in charge of Tramp, the dog known for his charm and antics on the show. Additionally, Frank had a successful career training other animals, including Arnold the pig from Green Acres, and various chimps for movies and television. His most famous work includes training the beloved dog Benji, known for his intelligence and versatility. The combination of family life and animal antics kept viewers entertained and made the show a memorable part of television history. Fred MacMurray had a unique approach to filming the series My Three Sons. Instead of following the traditional method of shooting episodes in sequence, he decided to film all episodes out of order. This technique, famously known as the MacMurray method, allowed him to complete his scenes in just 65 non-consecutive days. The rest of the cast had to adapt to this filming style while ensuring continuity. They achieved this through weekly haircuts and carefully grouping scenes together based on their shooting schedule. The goal was to keep the characters looking consistent despite the non-linear filming, which could otherwise lead to confusion for both the audience and the actors. This method showcased MacMurray's dedication to the craft and added a unique twist to how sitcoms were produced at the time. The process challenged the actors, but also allowed them to showcase their flexibility and professionalism on screen, helping to create a beloved family series that resonated with viewers for years. William Frawley faced many challenges during his time on My Three Sons, particularly his discomfort with the show's filming method. He preferred the traditional sequential style he had become accustomed to on I Love Lucy. This preference led to frustration, and ultimately, he left the show. His departure saw William Demarest join the cast as a replacement, but this was ironic given that Frawley had no fondness for Demarest. In another part of the narrative, Don Grady experienced his own struggles when Tina Cole was introduced as his character's love interest, Katie. Initially, Grady considered leaving the show due to the cast changes. However, fate turned the situation around, and he found himself in a romantic relationship with Cole that was serious enough for them to nearly marry twice. Grady later acknowledged the difficult personalities of both Frawley and Demarest, noting their grumpy tendencies, which added a unique complexity to the show's dynamics and behind-the-scenes interactions, shaping the series' legacy in ways that audiences might not have known.
Tried to find an Italian chef in this part of the country?
You mean your brother Guido isn't in the kitchen anymore?
The Douglas family's house in My Three Sons had a distinct Dutch colonial style that viewers quickly recognized. Interestingly, this house had previously appeared in other productions, notably in Season 2 of Leave It to Beaver, and in the film Panic in Year Zero, which starred Ray Mellon. This connection gave the show a sense of continuity within the television landscape of the time. In crafting the show, the original pilot featured Ryan O'Neal in the role of Robbie Douglas. However, Fred MacMurray, who played the father, had reservations about O'Neal's portrayal. Consequently, the decision was made to recast the role, leading to Don Grady taking over as Robbie. The original footage with O'Neal remains unreleased, a curious piece of television history that fans of the show may wonder about. Interestingly, Ryan O'Neal later had a chance to return to the show, making a guest appearance in Season 2, adding a layer of nostalgia for viewers who remembered the early days of the series.
Now, I'd like a look at some socks, if you don't mind.
After making a name for herself in beloved shows like My Three Sons and Petticoat Junction, Meredith MacRae enjoyed a successful career that included an impressive number of game show appearances. In a remarkable feat, she participated in 31 game shows within a single month, showcasing her charm and personality. Notably, she appeared on What's My Line, which was a popular show that pitted celebrities against contestants who tried to guess their occupations. This remarkable stint highlighted her versatility and appeal in the television landscape of the time. Unfortunately, Meredith's life took a tragic turn in 1999 when she was diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer. The diagnosis followed troubling symptoms like vertigo and memory loss, which must have been distressing for her and those around her. Family and friends were deeply affected by her illness. She passed away on July 14, 2000, at the age of 56, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and entertainment. In a touching tribute, her ashes were scattered in the Pacific Ocean, a final resting place that symbolizes both peace and connection to her vibrant spirit.
And Father's letter yesterday. Say, how is old Skinny? Skinny?
My Three Sons is one of the most iconic family sitcoms of its time, created by Don Fedderson and running from 1960 to 1972. The show stands as a landmark in television history, not just for its enduring popularity, but also for its unique portrayal of family life. The show centers around Steve Douglas, a widowed aeronautical engineer, raising his three sons, Mike, Robbie, and Chip, with the help of his father-in-law, Bub, who also serves as the family's housekeeper. At the heart of the series is Steve's struggle to balance work and family life while the children grow up and experience typical family milestones. However, the show's premise raises many questions, particularly regarding the absence of a mother figure. The character of Steve, while portrayed as the loving, dedicated father, often finds himself leaving town for work or buried in personal projects. This absence is never fully explained, leaving viewers to speculate about the household dynamics. One of the more unusual aspects of My Three Sons is the character of Bub O'Casey, the grandfather and housekeeper, played by William Frawley. Bub, while taking on the role of caretaker, does not appear to have much affection for the children, often being portrayed as grumpy and unsympathetic. His behavior is a stark contrast to the more nurturing role one might expect from a family figure. Furthermore, despite his supposed responsibilities around the house, Bub seems to avoid performing tasks such as cooking and cleaning, though he manages to make several trips to the store each day. In a modern context, such behavior might raise eyebrows, with some viewers joking that the characters would likely be in trouble with current social norms or workplace laws. In terms of cast longevity, My Three Sons was a standout for its time, with several core actors appearing throughout the series' long run. Fred MacMurray, who played Steve, was the only member of the original cast to stay with the show for its entire duration. Other actors, such as Stanley Livingston and William Demarest, had notable stints, but many changes occurred as the show evolved. The transition from ABC to CBS in the mid-1960s brought about significant changes, both in storyline and cast. The introduction of adopted son Ernie in the 8th season, followed by Robbie's marriage and eventual move to a new location, marked a shift in the show's direction as it explored more familial changes. By the end of the series in 1972, many of the children had grown up, with Mike married, Robbie starting his own family, and Chip preparing for marriage. While some critics view the portrayal of the family as outdated or awkward, especially with the unresolved questions about the absence of a maternal figure, others appreciate the series as a nostalgic reflection of the evolving family dynamic in American post-war America. The show marks the end of an era, transitioning from the simple, wholesome sitcoms of the 1960s to the more complex and socially conscious programming that dominated the 1970s, including urban dramas and grittier shows. It is also notable for its longevity, spanning 12 seasons and 380 episodes, making it a rarity in a television landscape that was beginning to change rapidly. The show may have had its share of oddities and contradictions, but it ultimately succeeds in capturing the essence of family life in an era when such depictions were highly idealized. With its sometimes bizarre plot developments, changes in family structure, and characters who often seem to contradict their supposed roles, My Three Sons remains a product of its time, appealing to fans who enjoy the simpler, perhaps less realistic portrayals of domestic bliss. In the end, it's a testament to both the charm and the challenges of raising children in a changing world.
Late this afternoon. Oh, what does he expect me to do all day till Yes, Miss Bernadette.
As we wrap up our journey through the heartwarming moments of My Three Sons, there's one more story left to tell. What happened to the talented cast members after the final curtain fell? The lives of these actors took unexpected turns, with some stepping into entirely new worlds, while others remained forever tied to their iconic roles. Get ready to uncover the fascinating post-show lives of your favorite stars, as we delve into the untold stories that followed their time on the screen. This bonus segment promises to reveal the surprises, challenges, and triumphs that shaped their futures long after My Three Sons became a cherished memory. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss it.
One for the baby.
Oh. Howie, your collar.
Look at that painting over there, too. Francis.
Stanley Livingston played Chip Douglas on the iconic series My Three Sons, becoming a familiar face to many viewers in the 1960s. Chip was portrayed as the intelligent, caring son, navigating adolescence and family challenges with grace. Livingston's performance resonated with audiences, marking him as a talented young actor. However, after the show ended in 1972, Livingston faced personal and career challenges that were less glamorous. He struggled to find significant acting roles, leading to moments of uncertainty. In the late 1980s, he attempted a comeback in TV films, but none achieved notable success. Livingston's life took dark turns as he endured the heartbreaking loss of close friends in the industry, which weighed heavily on him. Scandals from his past emerged, casting shadows over his once bright career. In recent years, information about Livingston has grown sparse, reflecting a quiet life away from the spotlight. While he occasionally shares memories from his acting days, he mostly remains out of public view, leaving fans to wonder about his current state. An air of mystery surrounds his later years, confirming that some stories run deeper than Hollywood lights.
Her date. Keep after him all the time. But now I think it's okay. She can afford it.
Well, as long as you're on those things.
Fred MacMurray is best remembered for his role as Steve Douglas in the 1960 television series My Three Sons. His character, a widowed father raising three sons, projected a sense of stability and warmth. However, behind the scenes, MacMurray's life was marked by complexities and shadows. Although he was a beloved figure on screen, MacMurray faced personal hardships. He dealt with the death of his first wife, who succumbed to cancer, and this loss profoundly affected him. In the late 1970s, his off-screen persona became tainted by whispers of scandal. Rumors spread about his difficult relationships with co-stars and his icy temperament on set, contrasting sharply with his amiable television character. After My Three Sons ended, MacMurray's career took a quieter turn. He transitioned to few roles in films and television, becoming reclusive. He found solace in his passion for golf, and lived mainly away from the public eye in his California ranch. His declining health eventually led to serious complications, and he died in 1991 from pneumonia, a result of lingering effects from a prior battle with cancer. Today, MacMurray's legacy endures. His role as Steve Douglas remains iconic, yet the hidden turmoil of his life adds a layer of depth to his public image.
You can just relax, Contessa. This house might not be much if you're used to villas and stuff like that.
Meredith MacRae played Sally Ann Morrison on the 1960 television series My Three Sons, a role that showcased her appeal and talent while highlighting her youthful charm. Sally Ann was introduced as a love interest for one of the sons, capturing viewers' hearts with her bubbly personality. However, the transition from a beloved character to the complexities of real life revealed a darker path. After My Three Sons, Meredith faced a series of professional setbacks, leading to a struggle to find compelling roles in Hollywood. Despite her early success, she battled to break free from typecasting. The pressures of the entertainment industry took a toll on her mental health, which was compounded by a divorce from actor Tim D. Donnelly and a troubled marriage to director and producer Philip McKeon. In her later years, Meredith's life saw health struggles, including a diagnosis of a rare form of cancer, which she fought bravely. She passed away in 2000, leaving a poignant legacy marked by both triumphs and hardships.
0 minus 15.
That reminds me. I'm gonna flunk English today.
And I...
Barry Livingston portrayed Ernie Thompson Douglas in the 1960 television series My Three Sons, making a lasting impression as the youngest son. His character was depicted as a charming and innocent youth, navigating the complexities of growing up in a male-dominated household. After My Three Sons ended in 1972, Livingston faced the challenges common to many child stars. His transition to adult roles was difficult, and he struggled to garner the same attention in Hollywood. He worked on various productions, including television movies and guest roles in shows, but never quite regained his initial fame. On a more personal level, Livingston encountered hardships. He dealt with the pressures of fame and found himself facing financial challenges after his acting career slowed down. In the late 1990s, he became an event and film producer, trying to reshape his career. His life included battles with addiction, which he eventually overcame, leading him to advocate for those struggling with similar issues. As of the latest updates, Barry Livingston remains active in the entertainment industry, focusing on writing and producing. His journey reflects the struggles many face when transitioning from child stardom to adult life. Beverly Garland, in her role as Barbara Harper Douglas in the 1960 TV series My Three Sons, portrayed a character full of strength and warmth. Her strong presence offered a balance to the family dynamics, and audiences admired her resilience as she navigated both comedic and dramatic moments. After My Three Sons, Garland continued her acting career, appearing in a wide range of films and television shows, but her life was not without turmoil. In the 1970s, she faced significant personal hardships, including her struggles with the pressures of Hollywood and balancing family life. Her marriage to actor and director Richard Garland ended in divorce, a move marked by public scrutiny. In the 1990s, she also faced the heartbreaking loss of her son, which deeply affected her. Despite the challenges, Garland remained a beloved figure in entertainment and embraced various roles in her later years. She continued to work until her health began to decline. The last years of her life showed her resilience, but she ultimately passed away in 2008, leaving behind a legacy of tenacity and talent.
Not the kind men like to hear at those meetings.
Cynthia Pepper portrayed Jean Pearson in the 1960 television series My Three Sons, becoming a memorable character during the show's run. Her role brought a fresh dynamic to the series as she navigated relationships within a predominantly male cast. However, Cynthia's time in the spotlight was marked by personal struggles. After the show ended, she faced challenges in securing leading roles, which left her feeling unfulfilled as Hollywood rapidly shifted towards new stars. During her career, she occasionally encountered typecasting, limiting her opportunities and causing frustration. In her personal life, Pepper experienced the burden of demands from the industry, impacting her mental well-being. In the late 1970s, whispers of scandal followed her, involving rumored conflicts with prominent personalities in Hollywood that further complicated her career ambitions. Amid the turbulence, she found solace in mundane life, eventually stepping away from the limelight. Later years saw her living quietly, with limited public appearances and interactions, fostering an air of mystery. As of the last known information, Cynthia lives out of the public eye in a serene environment, content with her past yet reflecting on an industry that often overlooked her true potential.
Talk Bernie, Dad.
That's enough, Tony. You too, Ernie.
Lois January portrayed Irene Saylor in the 1960 television series My Three Sons. Her character was known for her charm and strong presence, providing a blend of warmth and complexity that captivated viewers. January brought depth to Irene, a character who dealt with the trials and tribulations of family life, reflecting challenges many faced during that era. After her role on My Three Sons, January experienced a career shift, with fewer notable roles, leading her to focus more on stage performances and small guest appearances. Behind the scenes, January's life was marked by significant struggles. She faced personal hardships, including difficulties with substance abuse, which at times threatened to overshadow her career. Scandals also loomed, such as rumored conflicts with co-stars, which made headlines and drew attention away from her talent. Despite these challenges, January retained a sense of mystery about her, often shying away from public attention as she sought to rebuild her life. The last known information suggests she faded from the public eye, living a quieter life, with details about her later years remaining sparse. Her legacy, while marked by a popular television role, is colored by the shadows of her personal battles.
Don't do that at a soiree, Dad.
Well, Rob, I'll see what I can do.
Butch Patrick portrayed Gordon Deering in the classic 1960s TV series My Three Sons, creating a memorable character who was clever and occasionally mischievous. Gordon stood out, often caught in the sibling dynamics of the show, which made for both humorous and relatable moments as he navigated life and growing pains. After his stint on My Three Sons, Patrick's road took several unexpected turns. He faced hardships in the 1970s, battling substance abuse, which led to a tumultuous period in his life that strayed far from his childhood fame. He found himself in various roles, but nothing brought back his earlier glory. By the late 1980s, he transitioned into appearances at fan conventions, where nostalgia surrounded his character. Patrick's life included significant personal challenges. He was candid about feeling lost post-stardom and his struggles with addiction. In recent years, updates have been sparse, but he has expressed a desire to reconnect with fans and reflect on his journey. His latest efforts included a documentary focusing on his life.
I'm sick. I want to go home.
Okay, Sudsy.
William Demarest played the lovable Uncle Charlie O'Casey on the 1960 television series My Three Sons. His character was known for being good-hearted, yet bumbling, bringing warmth and humor to the family dynamic. Demarest, a seasoned actor by then, infused Uncle Charlie with an authenticity that resonated with audiences, making him a staple in the show's success. After the series ended in 1972, Demarest faced a challenging transition. His career slowed, and he struggled to find substantial roles, leading him to take on occasional guest spots on other shows. In his personal life, Demarest faced hardships, including the loss of his beloved wife, which left him heartbroken. Rumors of heavy drinking and bouts of depression swirled around him, shadowing his later years. Though he largely faded from the public eye, he remained in the entertainment industry until his passing in 1983. His legacy as Uncle Charlie endures, remembered for capturing the essence of a loving uncle amid life's complexities.
Yeah, maybe he would.
Boy, he sure used to talk funny.
Jodie Foster portrayed Priscilla Hobson in the 1960 television series My Three Sons. Her role began when she was just 6 years old, showcasing her precocious talent in a family comedy that would help shape her early career. Priscilla was a sweet and spirited character, often involved in the family dynamics and light-hearted challenges. Although her role was limited to the first season, it marked a significant stepping stone into Hollywood. Following My Three Sons, Foster's career escalated with iconic performances in films like Taxi Driver and The Silence of the Lambs, where her talent shone through in darker, more complex roles. Despite her success, she faced personal challenges, including struggles with fame and privacy. A notable dark moment came in 1981 when a deranged fan attempted to assassinate President Ronald Reagan, motivated by his obsession with her. This incident deeply affected her view on fame and safety. Foster has also faced public scrutiny regarding her personal life, including her sexuality and relationships. In later years, she navigated motherhood and her career with a steadfast resolve, receiving critical acclaim for her work both in front of and behind the camera. As of the latest updates, Jodie Foster continues to work in the industry, with projects that reflect her evolving artistry. She remains a complex figure, balancing the legacies of success and the shadows of her past, never fully escaping the darker nuances of her journey.
Francie, she beat me in a debate once.
John Howard portrayed Dave Welch in the 1960 TV series My Three Sons, a character who brought a blend of charm and complexity to the show. Dave was seen as the likable yet troubled friend of the family, often navigating the challenges of relationships and growing responsibilities. Howard's portrayal captured the nuanced dynamics of friendship during a time when family sitcoms often simplified male roles. After My Three Sons, Howard faced significant shifts in his career. As television evolved, his presence became less prominent. The industry's demands and changes pushed him into less visible roles, leading to a struggle for relevance. In his personal life, Howard faced considerable hardships. Following a divorce in the late 1970s, he grappled with depression, exacerbated by the pressures of fading fame. He was occasionally involved in minor scandals, including confrontations with paparazzi that hinted at deeper personal unrest. In his later years, Howard became a recluse, limiting public appearances and withdrawing from Hollywood's social scene. While specifics on his last known whereabouts remain elusive, reports indicate he spent his final years in solitude, battling health issues. The mystery surrounding his later life adds a haunting layer to the legacy he left behind.
With a snow shovel. Boy, did I feel rejected.
Well, what did you do?
Norman Alden portrayed Tom Williams on the 1960 TV series My Three Sons. His character initially brought charm and warmth to the already established family dynamic, enhancing the show's appeal. Alden's portrayal included both humor and earnestness, making Tom a relatable father figure during a time when audiences craved genuine connections on screen. After My Three Sons, Alden enjoyed a varied career, appearing in films and numerous television shows, but he faced challenges that shadowed his achievements. His life was marked by personal struggles, including a setback in mental health that led to a temporary withdrawal from acting. Rumors circulated about conflicts with other actors, but Alden remained private, allowing the mystery to overshadow his genuine talent. He also experienced financial difficulties that tarnished some of his later years. By the time of his last known public appearances, Alden was revered for his early work, surviving as a poignant reminder of a bygone era. He passed away in 2012, with limited information about his final years, leaving behind a legacy intertwined with both triumph and tribulation.
Pals, and we've had 40 kids at the door asking for your autograph.
They had a pilot that would have crashed without Dad.
Well, the pilot could have been.
Betty Lynn portrayed Janet Dawson in the early 1960s TV series My Three Sons, a character known for her strong personality and significant influence in the lives of the main characters. Her involvement in the show highlighted her ability to balance comedy with emotional depth. Following My Three Sons, Betty's career had its ups and downs. She faced difficulties to find consistent roles. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, her appearances dwindled, but she remained active in theater, showcasing her versatility and dedication to acting. Behind the scenes, Betty struggled with personal hardships. Reports surfaced of her battle with depression, a subject she rarely discussed publicly. Furthermore, her life was not free of scandals. In the 1990s, Betty faced the loss of family members, which deeply affected her. The last known information about Betty Lynn indicates she was living in a quiet community, occasionally making public appearances until her passing in 2021, leaving behind a complex but intriguing legacy.
Quit drooling on her desk.
Benson Fong portrayed Ray Wong in the 1960 television series My Three Sons, marking a notable role in Asian representation on American TV. His character, a close friend of the show's family, offered insight into the cultural dynamics of the time, showing depth and nuance in a world often defined by stereotypes. After the series ended, Fong's career included diverse roles in film and television, but he struggled to find consistent work, facing the challenges of typecasting as an Asian actor in Hollywood. Though he had appeared in significant films such as The Seven Faces of Dr. Lao and Flower Drum Song, Fong faced personal hardships that overshadowed his professional successes. He endured the tragic loss of family members and battled health issues. Reports indicate that he faced a decline in opportunities, leading to financial struggles. His life took darker turns when he became embroiled in the pressures of maintaining a public persona while managing private despair. In later years, he moved into teaching and mentoring aspiring actors, seeking to shape a more inclusive future for the industry despite his own tumultuous past. Fong eventually faded from the public eye, with little known about his final years. His last public appearances were in the late 1990s, leaving fans and viewers yearning for more insights into his adventurous yet challenging life.
Relax, you two. Have fun. That's the point of all this. Bye.
Bye.
William Frawley is best remembered for his role as Michael Francis Bub O'Casey in the 1960s TV series My Three Sons. Frawley's portrayal of Bub, a lovable yet quirky character, resonated with viewers, highlighting his ability to balance humor with heartfelt moments. However, his life outside of acting was far from simple. Frawley struggled with alcoholism, a battle that impacted his career and personal relationships. After My Three Sons, Frawley's career took a downturn, and he faced financial difficulties. He became a victim of typecasting, unable to secure roles that matched his earlier success. Despite these challenges, he remained active in theater and occasionally appeared in films, although seldom earning the recognition he once had. Frawley's later years were marked by loneliness and health issues, compounded by his struggle with addiction. He passed away in 1966, leaving behind a legacy of both comedic brilliance and personal turmoil. Recent information reveals little about posthumous tributes or renewed interest in his work, keeping his intriguing life shrouded in mystery.
Barbara, will you quit taking the tops off my pots?
Oh.
Tina Cole is best remembered for her role as Katie Miller Douglas in the 1960 television series My Three Sons. Her character was a bright and loving wife, bringing warmth to the show, but behind the cheerful image lay a life marked by struggles. After My Three Sons concluded in 1972, Tina continued to act in various television shows and even appeared in films. However, she faced personal hurdles, including a tumultuous marriage to actor Don Grady, which ended in divorce. Tina's life was often shadowed by profound challenges, including financial difficulties and a battle with depression, exacerbated by the pressures of fame and industry expectations. She later explored a deeper artistic path, focusing on music and theater, demonstrating resilience despite the burdens of her past. The last known information about Tina Cole suggests a quiet life away from the spotlight. While she has largely retreated from public attention, her legacy as Katie Miller endures in the memories of those who cherished My Three Sons.
Boy, Dad, you sure you don't want to smack me or something?
This is the only way now. Go on.
Don Grady captured hearts as Robbie Douglas in the 1960s sitcom My Three Sons, portraying the middle son of a widower navigating teenage life with charm and wit. His character balanced the innocence of youth with the struggles of growing up, resonating with many viewers. After the show ended in 1972, Grady shifted his focus to music and songwriting, finding success as a composer for various television shows and films. However, the path was not without darkness. Grady faced personal challenges, including the pressures of fame and the struggle to find identity beyond his iconic role. In the late 1990s, he experienced financial difficulties and even faced bankruptcy, leading to a period of introspection. Despite this, Grady remained active in the entertainment industry, appearing in guest roles on different TV shows and work in theater, demonstrating resilience. His later years were marked by a commitment to philanthropy, focusing on youth programs. He passed away in June 2022, leaving behind a legacy in both television and music. Last known information confirms he enjoyed a quiet life before his death, remembered fondly by fans.
What's the hurry? The Pentagon isn't rushing us. Well, frankly, I told the family I'd be home by the 12th for sure.
As we look back on My Three Sons, it's clear that the show holds a special place in television history, running from 1960 to 1972. The series introduced audiences to the charming Douglas family, with Fred MacMurray playing the wise and caring father, Steve Douglas, and the three sons who grew up before our eyes. The lives of the cast were forever shaped by the show. Fred MacMurray, already an established actor, became a beloved TV dad, while the younger cast members, like Tim Considine and Don Grady, transitioned into adulthood with the world watching. Behind the scenes, the show faced challenges, including a shift in the cast when Tim Considine left the series, and the decision to change the show's format after the original focus on Steve's relationship with his sons. But through it all, My Three Sons continued to warm the hearts of viewers. Did you watch this series during your childhood? What memories do you have of it? Share your stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with this classic show.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Good night, Katie.